Deanna Raymond Allen, your brain health guru, bringing you episode 5 of your ABCs, Almond Brain Clips. It is the last in our genetic mini-series, so let's dive in. Today, as promised, we are going to briefly discuss the COMT gene. That's short for Catecho-O-Methyl Transferase. It is the enzyme responsible for the breakdown of dopamine in the prefrontal cortex of the brain. This enzyme also happens to break down estrogen and adrenaline. So knowing your status, as evaluated by the Genemind assay offered here at Allmond Wellness, can be extremely useful in determining treatment options and outcomes. The COMT gene variations have been linked to depression, anxiety, ADHD, autism, panic disorder, and bipolar disorder. Let's discuss this with a little bit more detail. So say your gene expression tells us that you metabolize dopamine more rapidly than normal. You may experience a lack of interest, decreased motivation and drive, depression, fatigue, poor memory, and an inability to concentrate or focus. Here is where knowing your status and making the proper adjustments in some cases could help us to avoid the need for medications. Conversely, if you have the opposite gene variation and you break down dopamine more slowly than normal, you may experience excess dopamine, adrenaline, and estrogen. People with this expression of the COMT gene often perceive higher levels of stress, anxiety, irritability, panic symptoms, insomnia, and hyperactivity. So let's briefly discuss what recommendations we may give if it turns out that you have the propensity to break dopamine down faster than normal. You may try adding green tea, coffee, exercise, or supplements like those that support the adrenal glands. Some of these folks benefit greatly from adding tyrosine, which is actually the precursor to dopamine. Does this make sense? If conversely you are a slow metabolizer of dopamine and have symptoms that correlate with that, increased stress reaction, insomnia, and anxiety, we might consider supplements that are more relaxing and calming, like magnesium, lavender, adaptogenic herbs. You might also want to consider upping your self-care game with more meditation and hot baths to calm the nervous system from this effect of higher dopamine and adrenaline levels. Also, limiting coffee and tea in this case might be helpful since they increase dopamine even further. I often find patients with this gene expression to be more sensitive to the methylated B vitamins as well. So if you have experienced activation when starting B vitamins, your slow COMT enzyme could be to blame. Phew, that was a lot of information, right? Well, no worries. You can always reach out to me at allmondwellness37.com with any questions. Be sure to tune in to episode 6 when we will answer a common question that my husband and I are asked. What is in that green smoothie you're drinking? We will step into the almond kitchen to see what goes into that blender. Until then, my brain health crusaders, make it a great day. Bye-bye.